Okay, we're going to go over doing word art. I'm going to use a guitar to make the shape out of. So you got to find a picture of a guitar, whatever you happen to be doing, whatever shape. You can do it in any shape you want. I'll use the guitar. The first thing I do is change the color so it's a light color so you can see the font over it. I normally make it gray. You can make it whatever color you want. But then we just start making our text. I do the text in black. And we'll zoom in and start going. It's a pretty long process, especially getting your spacing right. Sometimes you got to go back and change it. I'm going to be doing Amazing by Aerosmith, and we'll see how this goes. But I'm going to use Coffee and Tea as a font, just like that font for these. And we'll get going. I use all caps because then it just kind of keeps the spacing a little better. And all I do is I put my font over the guitar, hit Control T to transform it, and make it the width of the guitar. And just keep going from there. You do have to kind of decide which will work best as far as the size of the font and how many words in each line when you're in the neck of the guitar. You can only make them so small, and then they're hard to weed when you cut them on the Cricut or Cameo, whatever you're using. But yeah, Control T is what will let you make them a little shorter or taller, however you want to do it. Still not sure if I'm going to do the entire thing. This is probably an hour's worth of work to get everything down, but I want to at least get far enough so you can see how I do this. Alright, I had to go back. The website I was using for the lyrics was missing lyrics. I realized it halfway through, so I went up and just changed kind of a few of them to squeeze in the missing pieces, and now we'll get going again. So here, I'm getting to the end, and I'm trying to I always want to end on a verse, and this just, I can tell I'm going to not have enough room, so I'm going to try adding a line. Sometimes I got to add or subtract, but I got to try to get it back to where I was. I'm going to have to go back and change 3 or 4 lines to get it where it needs to be, so I end at the end of a verse. I don't have enough room, so I'm going to pause it and do that, and then I'll show you the finishing steps. Alright, I rearranged the words, added a word on each line, up like 8 lines to make it so I can end at the right spot. It's probably the hardest part, just making sure it's going to end at the end of a bridge or a verse. But I think I got it now. And that should be good. At the bottom, I never bring in all the way. I guess I could bring it in a little more. But once we get rid of the guitar here. So now if we just zoom out, we see our whole piece. You just hide the guitar, and you're left with your song. And all you have to do, well, for a Cricut, all you have to do is save it as a PNG file, and it'll open perfectly fine in Design Space. Alright, hope that helps you. Thanks a lot.